In the previous video, we introduced the life cycle, using the monarch butterfly as an example. In this video, we'll complete the life cycle and review the stages in general, talking about their purpose, what occurs, and the timing of the stages. Now, in the previous video, we left off on the topic of reproduction. Reproduction is the process of two organisms, a mother and a father, creating an offspring, which through development in the mother will become a developing egg. How this process occurs is complicated and very diverse. It occurs in many different ways, and it is the fundamental process of life. Without reproduction, there would be no way to create new life. So you'll learn more about reproduction in the future, but for now just think of it as a mother and a father, a male and a female butterfly, creating this egg. The life cycle now, as we understand it, begins with an egg, which is created through reproduction, and this egg hatches and a caterpillar emerges, but we still don't know how a caterpillar becomes a butterfly. This complex change is known as metamorphosis. And it involves the caterpillar going through a process known as pupation to form none other than a pupa. And this pupa will emerge, similar to the caterpillar hatching from the egg, as an adult butterfly. So metamorphosis includes both pupation, where the caterpillar forms a pupa or chrysalis, is able to develop from a caterpillar to a butterfly, and finally emerge from the pupa to form a full adult butterfly. In later videos, we'll go into more detail of the process of metamorphosis, but for now, just know that metamorphosis is a sudden, rapid growth of an animal into a different form. Now that we know all general stages, let's go through the complete cycle again and define each stage a little bit further. We know that we began as an egg, and as an egg, we underwent our most basic development. Simply put, without the developments that occur in the egg, we would be unable to survive in the world. The egg stage is also the shortest of the 4 stages, lasting only 4 days. After about 4 days, birth occurs and the caterpillar emerges from the egg as a larva. In the larval stage, the caterpillar will do most of the eating or consuming of its life, as it's important for the caterpillar to grow right now. The larva stage generally takes about 14 days. After the larva stage, the caterpillar will undergo metamorphosis, including pupation and eventually emerging, as the caterpillar will form a pupa. It's important that the caterpillar consumed a lot of food in the larva stage, as it'll be necessary to develop into a butterfly, as the pupa stage does not move and instead is stationary on a branch. The pupa stage usually takes approximately 10 days to fully occur. Finally, a full adult monarch butterfly emerges from its pupa. The adult monarch butterfly will live for about 4 to 6 weeks, and in that time it will reproduce numerous times to produce a large quantity of eggs. By producing these eggs through reproduction, it will restart the cycle, and in doing so a new generation of monarch butterflies will begin, going through the exact same stages as the previous monarch butterflies, producing eggs that will again go through the exact same stages. Thus, the cycle of life will continue. To understand this cycle, it's important to review it on your own time, going through the stages again and understanding their importance to the life of the butterfly. It's also important to think of how this cycle applies to other animals. In the future, you'll learn that different animals go through different stages and reproduce differently, but ultimately this cycle holds true in a very simple, basic sense.